everybody, I'm Michelle here from Fine Natural Hair and Faith. Today is going to be pretty much a talk through video as I prep my hair for October. As you guys know, we're in a new month, and with a new month comes a new hair plan for me. I follow monthly simplified hair routines that I create. I will leave a link down in the description box below in case you're new here and you're interested in how I go about doing that. But essentially, I use one suite of hair products. It could be from different lines, but basically I'm using the same conditioner all month, the same stylers all month, same cleansers, etc. And so in today's video, I'm actually going to henna my hair. I decided that I want to use henna a little bit more frequently than I have been. So in the past, I was using henna, like doing a full strength treatment every quarter, so like once every 3 months or so. And then maybe I do some henna glosses here and there. But I'm increasing that because I'm using henna and fenugreek as my two staple herbs for strengthening and growing my hair. So my hair is freshly washed. I co-washed my hair with Henna Souk Sweet Orange cleansing conditioner. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to section off my hair and start putting in my henna. Oh, I should take off my rings because it can get messy. And I'm also going to use my gloves. So in talking about October's hair routine, let me show you guys the products. I'm going to be reaching down frequently, and that's just because I have things down below. I don't want to mess up my bed too much. I know you guys are probably like, yo, you're going to do a henna on your bed? I'm a pro at this. I literally almost never splatter. And actually, I don't think I'm going to splatter at all. However, this beautiful blanket you see here, gorgeous. I'm gonna move this just in case because we don't want henna on my pretty fall blanket. So I'm gonna toss this aside. Okay, but the rest of my bed is fine. Like, I don't think I'm gonna spill anything. So let me tell you guys about the product. So after I henna my hair, the plan is I am going to straighten my hair, but I am not going to straighten it with heat, but it will get as straight as if I did heat. I know you're like, what, girl, how you gonna do that? I'll show you. These babies right here, I have purchased these a long time ago. I know some people have a love-hate relationship with them, but because my hair is fine and it's not super dense, I can get really straight hair with this. So what I will do is I will put these in after I finish washing out my henna, and this is going to be an all-day process, but I don't mind because, you know, it's like once a month that I actually take the time to do it. And you have to invest in your hair if you really want to see results, right? So I'm going to use these. This will pretty much stretch my hair out a lot. And then what I'm going to do is wrap my hair. I may or may not be able to capture this because my henna is going to sit for 3 hours minimum. So it just depends on if I'm able to capture it or not, if I have the energy to do so. But when I'm talking about products, let me just section off my hair and I'm going to start applying the treatment. Henna has been in my routine for many years, and I've been off and on with the consistency of how often I use it. This is what my henna is looking like. It is so rich. It is so thick. And I do not plan on splattering, but you know, these things do happen, but I'm okay with it. As long as I can get it off right away, it's fine. But I'm gonna just take my hands and start applying the henna to the back of my head. I'm just being very careful to smooth it all in. And if you hear any background noise, it's because I live by the railroad and the river, so sometimes the trains come through and they don't have no respect for the fact that I'm recording YouTube videos. Also, you might hear CJ in the background. If you don't know CJ, he is my son with special needs. And sometimes he likes to get vocal. Sometimes he starts crashing and playing with his cars, which, you know, let the kid live. But as far as me and henna, let me just go back to henna. I have been doing henna for probably well over 15 years. And when I was really consistent with it, I started to see results. And it does make your hair very strong. unlike most people, I don't have to separate too much because my hair is not very dense. So as you can see, this whole quadrant of, this is the whole back quadrant of my hair, and I can work my henna through very, very easily without doing too much separating, because it just, you know, it distributes very, very easily. And so, and I know I'm going to have henna left over, which is fine because you can always freeze your henna. And if I have a lot left over, what I will do is I'm going to incorporate it into the deep conditioner that I will be using throughout the month. So the month of September, I did fenugreek. I did, and I think for the month of September and part of, did I do it in August? No, in September, I did the fenugreek mask. I did, and I've only washed my hair twice in the month of September because, let me tell you, I had those twists in. It was so low maintenance, and it just was easy to just leave my hair. So when I say I did it twice during the month, it wasn't like, okay, I washed every 2 weeks. I literally washed my hair at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month. So it was like really like a month. It's just, it was done twice during the month. So I finished with the back here, and I just realized I didn't show you guys the products that I'll be using for the month. So I'm sorry, you're gonna have to stay to the end if you're interested in that. I just don't want to touch them with my hands filled with henna. But I will tell you what it is. I'm going back to using Tegan. I have a lot of Tegan products, and I really do like them. I feel like Tegan is a good balance between when I'm using a lot of strengthening herbs and, you know, I want to switch it up and balance with moisture. So I will be using the honey hair mask again. I used that I think like 2 months ago. That was my product, my deep conditioner for the month. I used the Tegan honey hair mask. I have Tegan shampoo. I'm going to shampoo my hair this month, the month of October. You know, I'll switch up between the herbal cleansing conditioners by Henna Souk and the shampoo. I'll like alternate. So like 1 month I might like to do shampoo, and the next month I might like to do the cleansing conditioners. Not co-washes, like conditioner, like regular conditioner that you just put in and people like say, oh, they're co-washing their hair. I don't typically like to do that because I don't feel like my hair gets clean enough. But when you use cleansing conditioners, you have surfactants in those products that do help to grab onto dirt and cleanse the hair. I like to make sure that I really get my edges, and I have a lot of gray hairs. So for me, I don't mind that henna makes my gray hairs look kind of reddish or auburny. That just doesn't bother me. I don't really like indigo, which is what you would use to kind of tone down that brassy reddish tone. I just look at it as, you know what, I got red highlights, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, putting this in is so like relaxing and easy. And I used to actually just put the henna on my hair, dry dirty hair, and it worked out fine. But I started like washing my hair first. It does take a little bit longer, but washing it and then you know, rinsing out your cleanser and then applying the henna, it just makes the process application so much easier. Like I was able to just glide through, and I don't really have any tangles. So yeah, Tegan is going to be my suite of products. I will be pre-pooing my hair with coconut oil this month instead of amla. I do typically use amla as a pre-poo, but what I'm going to be doing is adding some cassia to my Tegan deep conditioner. So I actually have 2 Tegan deep conditioners. I have the Repair X hair mask, and I also have the Honey Miracle hair mask, and I have just like a bit left of the Repair X. It's the Miracle Repair X deep hydrating hair mask. I will be using that. I think I can probably get 1 use out of what I have left, and then I'll switch over to the Honey Miracle mask. And when I use those, I'm going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of cassia to just kind of boost them, give them a little bit of strength as well. Then this month it is going to be twists again, but I want my twist to be really elongated, which is why I'm wearing my hair in the, you know, I'm going to set my hair with those crinkly like rollers, just so that I can get a really good stretch without using heat. Now I will say I love using my Revere, I really do, but I just feel like even though it's very gentle and I have had not any damage, I don't want to push my luck using it too often. You know, it's still some heat in there, but I like it. I will say it's been very good to my hair, no problems whatsoever. As you guys see, I like to rub the henna into my scalp. I know henna is about your hair, but it's also really good for your scalp too. At least for me it is. So as far as my stimulating oils go, I am still using S Secret's hair growth oil, and I'm still taking their supplements. I'm almost down to the end of the supplements. What can I say? The supplements have grown my hair? I honestly don't know. I feel like with supplements, your hair will respond and grow if you are deficient in some things. So I wouldn't say that they necessarily grew my hair. I do feel like my hair is stronger. So while I did not have a lot of breakage before, I will say that I did have a little bit of breakage, but I think it was more normal for someone who has fine hair that's prone to breakage. Using the different herbs and using the hair growth oil, I do feel like my hair is responding in kind. Like my growth rate does feel like slightly accelerated. I did do a length check, and it will be time for another length check soon, because this is a 2-month challenge. I am just about done with the 2 months almost. I missed the vitamins a couple of days, but for the most part I was really consistent with them, and you know, I haven't had any issues. My hair is, look at that. And so I will continue to use the S Secret's growth oil in my hair. I like to massage my scalp with it, and I also like to use my my hibiscus hair spritz, which I add the spray to it. So I am still using that, spritzing it throughout the week. I am not going to spritz it in my hair throughout the week once I straighten my hair out, because then it's just going to revert. But what I will do is on wash day, I will use it as a final rinse. So there's many ways that you can incorporate hair teas. Whatever hair tea you use, you can always use them in a manner that just allows you to either use them on wash day as a final rinse, or you could spritz throughout the week. But you know, when your hair is straight, you don't want your hair to revert. And then I will be laying my edges. Christopher, do you mind? I'm talking. I will be laying my edges. Now, remember I said I get these like reddish highlights, especially where the gray hairs are? Well, I will be laying my edges with, I'm gonna get it dirty. It's the Flaxseed Edge Control Gel by Natural, and it's black, so it actually adds a deposit of color. So where I have some reddishness, if I want to tone it down just temporarily, I can add this. It will give my edges hold as well as, you know, cover up the color. Here's another thing. I'm going to show you right here a picture of what my hair looks like, just in case I don't get a chance to record it once I take out those things. You see how straight my hair looks? Like, it looks like I pressed it. Like, really, it really looks like I pressed it. And it comes out so straight. It comes out like that when I use curl formers also. But I feel with curl formers, I get more curl. And I don't really want curl because I am going to twist my hair. So I just want it really stretched out. And I haven't used these in a while. So I'm cool with that. Christopher, when mommy is talking, you don't be interrupting, all right? You have your chance to talk and stuff. So this process, let me tell you, henna, this is such a relaxing process. Like, it feels so good putting it in my hair, and this is such good quality henna. It just makes my hair feel amazing. You know, I like to put a lot in the front. I do like to kind of do a little bit extra. This is the area you're gonna see. And full strength treatments really do strengthen your hair. Some people have remarked that their hair, that the curl pattern does loosen with henna. I will say when I use henna on a quarterly basis, I don't notice that. But now that I'm going to use it monthly like I used to back in the days, I know I will have some curl loosening, and I'm okay with that because the whole point of, you know, when you're trying to retain length, you actually want to prevent your hair from tangling a lot. And so when your curls loosen up some, you're able to better manage them because they won't tangle as much. It's almost like the equivalent of stretching your hair. So this is it. I am done applying the henna. This was actually really, really easy. I know I can ramble and talk, but you know, I think I have good information to share. So hopefully you're still with me. I think I'm at about 16,000 some subscribers, and it was always my goal to get to about 10,000, and I would feel like, oh, I'm good. But you know what? Why stop there? When I get to 20,000 subscribers, I am going to do a giveaway from my own pocket money. All of my favorite herbs. Like, I'm going to buy a kit. Well, you know, multiple herbs, create a nice little kit, and I'm going to do a giveaway because these are my favorite herbs and I want to share it with you guys. Without you all, I would have no YouTube channel. The little bit of income that I do make from YouTube, you know, be it $100 a month, whatever, it's, you know, it's helpful in some ways. It helps me, you know, that may be the month where I need to buy my son extra supplies and I didn't have the money. And because I have my YouTube revenue, it helps me out. It helps me out. So I am done, and I have a crap ton of henna left over. Like, look at that, a lot. So I'm going to freeze this, and it can keep in the freezer for about, I think about like 6 months. But because I'm doing this on a monthly basis, this will probably do maybe one more treatment. But it's so creamy and the dye is released so beautifully that, yeah, one more treatment. Essentially, what you could also do is, if you wanted to do a henna gloss, when you have a lot of henna left over, you can take the henna, you could take a tablespoon of it that's already been released, thaw it out after you've taken it out of the freezer, of course, and add it to your deep conditioner. And that's another way to create a henna gloss and just sort of like boost your deep conditioner's, you know, ability. So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to show you guys the products, and I'm going to put my plastic cap on. So some people get drippies, but let me give you guys a tip. Love giving you guys tips when I have them. When you mix up henna, you want the consistency that I just showed you, which is very much like a creamy mashed potato consistency. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. If you make it too thin, you're going to get drippies. It's going to get messy. As you can see, and I'm looking around me, I did not spill one drop. And the fact that I did this on damp hair also helped me not to fling, you know, henna all over the place. But I'm going to take these gloves off and show you guys the products I'll be using for the month of October. Regarding everything I discussed earlier, I got the Tegan Moisture Rich Sulfate Free Shampoo, which I'll be using to cleanse. The Triple Moisture Replenishing Conditioner with shea butter and argan oil. This has a very small amount left, but I like to kind of rinse out my final deep conditioner with a little bit of rinsing conditioner. I do have my Jamaican Black Castor Oil, which I like to seal my ends with. The S Secrets Growth Oil. This is my 3rd bottle, which I will be using just in my scalp. I'm good using the oil in my hair throughout, even once my hair is straightened out, because, you know, oil doesn't cause it to revert because there's no water in it. Hence the reason oil is not a moisturizer. My 2 conditioners, Tegan's Honey Miracle Hair Mask and the Miracle Repair X Deep Hydrating Hair Mask. So these two, I love both of them. This one is more strengthening. This one is more moisturizing. Regardless of the fact, this one has coconut oil in it and black honey, and this one has raw honey and olive oil. So it's interesting, they both have an oil and a honey, and one is a little bit more strengthening. And I think it's because the coconut does tend to mimic a protein. So that's another reason why I know a lot of people don't love coconut oil in their hair. But I'm going to leave a link down in the description box below to a video I did on how to properly use coconut oil in your hair. Hence, you don't want to leave it in. So this is that. And the final product I mentioned was the cassia. So this organic cassia ovata, healthier, stronger, longer hair from Henna Souk, I will be using to add to my deep conditioners. As it relates to styling, because I am just going to be using these oils, I do not want to wet my hair. I'm not going to be using moisturizer. Where I get my moisture from is on wash day. I will be washing my hair once a week throughout the month of October. And that once a week, I will impart all the moisture on wash day. And throughout the week, I can maintain that moisture. I have a balance of low porosity and medium porosity hair. It just depends on the section of my hair. But I do tend to maintain moisture in my hair for long periods of time. Once I rinse my hair out, I am going to put these in. Let me show you what it looks like in case you've not seen them. This is what they look like. It really does stretch out the hair with just a little bit of a, a little crimp. Almost like, remember those crimping irons back in the days? It kind of gives that look. You saw that in the picture. Here it is again. And so, yeah, once I stretch that all out, I will go back to the old school, wrap my hair at night in a doobie and just let it out. And what I will do is I will share pictures of it on my Instagram. Now, depending on what my hair looks like, I did mention how I wanted to trim it. Depending on how those ends look, I might trim it myself. I know we're in a hair growth challenge, but it depends on how raggedy my ends look. It's kind of hard to tell how raggedy your ends look when your hair is curly, right? So I'm going to stretch it out and we will see. And I'm, at the very least, when I finish rambling, I'm going to put a picture at the end of what my hair looks like. But anyway, for now, I'm signing out. Thanks for watching, sticking with me, going through this little chat, and I will catch you in the next video. God bless you.